Xiaomi is known for making some of the best value phones, and today I want to go over what I think are some of the top 4 phones in regards to value in Xiaomi's lineup right now. Now this is meant to just kind of be a brief overview of this, and I'm going to have a much more detailed article on my website with some really specific reasons about why you should buy or avoid phones on this list. Now the 4th phone on this list is the Xiaomi Redmi K30 Pro Zoom Edition. And to me, this phone doesn't offer a ton of value since it's so close in price to the Xiaomi Mi 10, yet it doesn't offer as good of an ultra-wide camera. It doesn't offer a high refresh rate display. What it does offer though is a full screen display with 180 Hertz touch refresh rate, good battery life, and 33 watt wireless charging. Now, for those of you that hate notches, this might be one of the best performing phones for you to get. It also offers a flat display without curves if you're a curved display hater, but unfortunately it comes so close to the price of the Xiaomi Mi 10 that I have a hard time justifying it, since it's essentially the Redmi K30 Pro, but with OIS on 2 of the cameras. That combined with the fact that the telephoto camera is just okay, and the fact that it only offers 4K 60 on 1 of the lenses, it just makes the device hard for me to recommend, especially if you want to get a device with more than like the base level storage and you're essentially in Xiaomi Mi 10 territory. Now speaking of the Xiaomi Mi 10, the Xiaomi Mi 10 is going to be the 3rd phone on this list, and I think the Xiaomi Mi 10 is a really good buy for a couple of reasons. It offers really fast wired charging, it offers really quick wireless charging, it offers a 90 Hertz AMOLED display, it's got a curved display, it's got an excellent camera setup with 5 cameras and OIS on the main camera as well as the telephoto cameras, and it offers users a relatively flagship experience at a price that is well below that of a flagship. Like, if someone asked me, should I get the OnePlus 8 or the Xiaomi Mi 10 Non-Pro, I would without a doubt say that the Xiaomi Mi 10 is the better device to get. Simply put, it's going to offer you a better camera, better battery life, faster wireless charging, comparably fast wired charging, and on top of all of that, it's got a beautiful curved AMOLED display that's beautiful and bright and vibrant. Now, 2nd place on this list, and you guys all probably know what it is, it's this device right here, the Redmi K30 Pro, but specifically the Redmi K30 Pro, 8GB of RAM, 128GB of storage. This device features the IMX686 64 megapixel sensor. It has a good ultra wide sensor. It offers a macro camera, which is a lot of fun to play with, and I'm enjoying having the macro camera around. It's not something that I use a ton, but when I want to take a macro shot, it's really fun, and it's a perspective that you can only get with a macro camera, kind of like the ultra wide camera. On the downside of this device though, there is no OIS, and if you're not gonna get the 128GB variant of this device, then you're stuck with slower storage speed. This device that I have right here is the best bang for the buck, as you're getting the fastest RAM, the fastest storage, the fastest SoC, a 1000 nit display, which is absolutely gorgeous and really easy to read outside, 180 Hertz touch refresh rate on the screen, meaning that the typing experience and overall fluidity of using the device is just next level. And on top of that, because it's not a high refresh rate display, you're getting incredible battery life. With the screen set to like a low to moderate brightness, you can easily get 10 to 11 hours screen on time. And in the real world, in my testing, using this device inside, using it outside, using it on Wi-Fi, using it on LTE, you're gonna get around 8.5 to 9 hours of screen on time, no problem. Now, the one area that this device kind of lags behind the competition in some ways is the charging speed of it as well as the screen. It is only a 60 Hertz screen, and the 33 watt charger is good, but at the same time, I've noticed that when charging this device during like a hot day, or if I have the device by a window in direct sunlight, the charging speed on this really slows down. So I would say that this is a great value device if you need to have a powerhouse device, let's say for video editing on your phone. This is really good. This also features something that I haven't seen with many other devices, which is live video bokeh on all of the cameras. So on the front-facing camera, you can go ahead and check out a video that I did about a 100-watt GAN USB Type-C charger here. I use the front-facing camera for most of that. But this device, in many ways, feels like a really, really simple evolution of the Redmi K20 Pro in that it gives users a powerhouse under the hood. It doesn't give you a lot of extra features, but at the same time, here in Vietnam, I bought this device for like under $450. So if this device launches globally as the Poco F2 at a higher price point, my suggestion would be to import this device, and it's a solid device. You can watch a playlist of my videos about the device up here, and if you guys want to drop any questions for me on Twitter, I'll leave my Twitter down below, and I'm really, really good about getting back to you guys there. Now, the next device is a device that's not that new, but when the device came out, I said that it was the best value device that Xiaomi made, and even right now, in 2020, with the device being 4 months old, I still think it's one of the best values that the average smartphone user can get. And that's the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro. I think that the Mi Note line, and Xiaomi's bringing it back, is absolutely wonderful. This is why. You're getting the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro camera setup, which are some of the best cameras that you can get on any smartphone device right now, at a super reasonable price point, being like around or below $400. And the cameras on that device are tangibly better than the cameras on the Redmi K30 Pro. In the Gcam development group that I'm in, all of the Gcam developers love the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro because the Snapdragon 730G is a really, really good processor. It gets you really, really good battery life. And when you combine that with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, a curved display, you get 2 days of battery life with a bright display, with a device that is quick and snappy. And I think that the secret to getting the most out of that device is to get the 8GB of RAM version of it and then pin your apps that you use frequently open. It does use UFS 2.1 storage, but what that means is that if you get the higher gigabyte of RAM variant of it, you can pin apps open in the background, and what that means is that they will open instantaneously. It's got a bigger battery than this device does, and it's more power efficient. And that device is a battery monster. Now it's time to go ahead and read some of your comments on my last video about data collection and Xiaomi, which is need the best custom ROMs for the Redmi K20 Pro. Please do videos of custom ROMs. I've done videos about custom ROMs for the Redmi K20 Pro. I might try the Evolution X ROM for the Redmi K20 Pro since it's no longer my daily driver. If you guys want to see a video on the Evolution X custom ROM, let me know down below. Someone posted, no offense, but Google, Facebook, Apple do this as well. That's true. But as I pointed out in that video, which you guys can go ahead and check out up here, companies in China are forced to have a CCP entity within that company and hand over information to the Chinese Communist Party without any due process, which is basically like the government in America saying, oh, hey, Apple, without any due process or any type of court ruling, give us your user data. So it is the same, but at the same time, it is not the same. Demetrius said, great video. Do you think there's extensive data collection on other devices too, like Xiaomi smart bands, Bluetooth headphones, etc.? For things like smart bands, if you are doing running and stuff like that, obviously your GPS data is going to be recorded back to them, and whether or not it's being sent back to Xiaomi, I don't know. Personally, I don't care if the Chinese Communist Party knows where I go for a run here in Vietnam. I know the Vietnamese Communist Party monitors that stuff a lot too. Could you please make a video about the custom ROMs that will be available for the Redmi K30 Pro? Thanks and great content as always. I will try to go ahead and do that. The only problem with making videos about ROMs for a device that just launched is that normally it takes like 1 to 2 months for like a lot of the bugs to be ironed out. So if like when I did a video about Lineage OS on the Redmi K20 Pro, the problems I had with that ROM were solved within like 2 months. And I'm not gonna go back and forth flashing ROMs. So yes, I will do videos about the Redmi K30 Pro and custom ROMs, but I'm gonna wait maybe a month or 2 months till we get something that's more stable. Rocky Go, I don't usually use their default browser, but I've read about the data collection even when in incognito mode. I opened up their browser and now a new update shows security, privacy improvements, and options in incognito to turn off aggregated data collection. This is something that Xiaomi talked about, that they're going to ship out a new version of their browser and push it to devices, which I think is just kind of Xiaomi like trying to cover up. The Gamer Next House said, "Stupid clown, you said all BBK companies, but your title only says Xiaomi." Huh? So Peter Lee says, "Google has been doing this for years, same as Amazon and Facebook. Don't see what the issue is, use another web browser." That's true, but as I said, Amazon, Google, Facebook, they aren't forced to give information over to the US government without a subpoena, whereas that's everyday life in China. Okay, that's gonna wrap this video up here. Till next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you guys from Hanoi. Peace.